So next week we have back-to-back episodes of The Bachelor. We have the Women Tell All, which I believe is airing Monday night, and then Fantasy Suites are airing next Tuesday night. So we're gonna be really busy next week over here at Shared News. So make sure you guys subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you're never missing out on any updates, Bachelor Nation. We're gonna start looking at some of these clips for next week, and then we'll give our predictions, and we'll be giving our predictions and stuff as we go through these clips. A lot to go through, and I mean, it's going to be epic. And then I guess after the final rose and finale is going to be in 2 weeks. So we have 3 episodes, Gianna. The season is almost done. Do you feel like this season went kind of fast compared to other seasons? Also, Gianna and Gabby, we are going to get a little break because we won't have The Bachelorette for at least until May. So we're finally going to get that break.
I said this in another video here on Shared News. For some reason, all the other seasons have flown by, but Clayton's season has been so tedious for me. It's just been like turtle speed. Like, I don't know if it's because of never ending drama, but I just feel like it's been on for the last year for some reason. And don't get me wrong, I've been enjoying it, but I'm just ready for it to be done. I want to see what happens. And I am so looking forward to getting a break. I feel like we have not had a breather in like years. Like the last year or over a year. It's been
2 years.
insane. We've been giving updates left and right. We've had Paradise. We've had double Bachelorette. Like it has been insane. So I am so excited to take a break, finally binge watch some shows, watch other reality shows. So yeah, I'm all set with Clayton. Sorry.
Yeah. Gabby, what about you? How do you think the flow of the season went?
I agree. It was definitely on the longer side. I think it has to do with Shanae and how long her drama went on, how long her villain arc was, because it seemed like it just kept going. Um, but at the same time, we're here very close to the end and there's only a few episodes left. So I'm ready to wrap it up in a nice bow, however that is going to be. And then take a break as well and look forward to who's going to be our next bachelorette. And of course, Paradise, that's like my favorite type of bachelor season. So hopefully that'll be super fun. And hopefully they will announce who the bachelorette is and maybe who's going to Paradise, within a reasonable amount of time, because I am too impatient to like wait to find out who those are going to be. Even though I can wait for the season, I want to know who it's going to be.
Well, they might announce it after the final rose, which is, 2 weeks away. So we might find out the Bachelorette very, very soon, which is super, super exciting. I kind of feel like the season went fast, though. I know you guys said it went long. Maybe it started slow, but maybe just the time of year, like January, February, like, there's so much that goes on. So I kind of feel like it went a little fast. But let's start breaking down these promo clips. We're going to get them loaded up because Fantasy Suites are next week. Everyone's sleeping with everyone. It's going to be so dramatic. The tell-all is going to be juicy. Gianna, as we're loading these clips, what are you more excited for? The tell-all or Fantasy Suites?
Tell-all. 1,000%. That's not even a question, Zachary Reality. The tell-all is when we drink our wine and we eat our popcorn and the ladies go at it. We need to know what Shanae is going to say, what Elizabeth is going to say right back, and all the other ladies, because we know that's going to be a huge topic of conversation. So bring on the drama.
Okay, Gabby, same with you, tell-all or Fantasy Suites?
I agree, the tell-all, but just by a little bit, because since literally we got our first promo for Clayton season, I have been wanting to see that moment play out actual in real time where he says like those clips that we keep saying. So I need to see that very soon, or I'm gonna go crazy.
Let's do it though. Let's look at these clips. We got 6 to go through. So the first one, here it is. Fantasy Suites have arrived.
It's a dramatic Bachelor 2-night event.
This is Fantasy Suites. The stakes are high.
Where do we think they went? We see snow, and like they're obviously gonna leave the country. Are they going to like Iceland or Switzerland? And look at that. That must be Gabby in bed. She's the only brunette. It's gonna be super, super fun. Gianna, what do you think?
I'm not good at geography, so I could not tell you where they went. The only snow that I'm seeing is out my window here in Boston. So it is Iceland. That's gonna be really fun. We just found out. I've never been there. That
Ooh.
looks cool. That has to be Gabby,
That's
right? In
Gabby.
the
There's
water.
one brunette.
Okay, I love this. That looks
Yes.
amazing. That's very magical. And then she's in the bed with him. So this is gonna be very spicy. Like it's going to be spicy. And I think also
Ooh.
Clayton had a lot of lust, I guess, for both Gabby and Rachel. Their relationships were way more hands-on, touchy-feely. They even said it in the last episode. Clayton and Rachel acknowledge that they just can't keep their hands off of each other. So this is really huge when it comes to that physical attraction.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's time to take things to the next level. So let's play our next clip because, as you mentioned, there's lots of physical touching going on. So let's take a look.
What happens on the overnight date
I am in love with you.
will change everything
I love you!
I love you too.
forever.
Okay,
Ooh.
there we go. He said, I love you to Susie and I love you to Rachel. Gabby, this is not a good move, is it? I love you to everybody.
Absolutely not. I was trying to see who was in the shower. That is definitely a steamy one. It looked like Rachel, maybe. Um, yeah, I
Ooh.
mean, I've obviously never been in this situation, but I feel like just knowing Clayton this season, he's been very like wishy-washy and kind of tough to make a decision. So I feel like he's just in love and kind of going with the flow still and really is in love with everybody because he doesn't really know the difference or what to do. He's just kind of living in the moment. So that's obviously going to come back to bite him and it's just going to make these girls fall for him even more and make it hurt even more when they find out.
And they must have changed the rules because back in the day, you were never allowed to say I love you until the end. And now I feel like you get an I love you, you get an I love you. He should have said I love you to Serene and Teddy before they went home. I'm just saying. So let's keep looking at these clips. The next clip, Clayton is worried about hurting someone. Well, no wonder. You can't break up with someone the day after you tell them you love them. But let's take a look.
Just don't want to hurt you, buddy. And I'm going to.
Oh my God, Gianna, how are these girls gonna take the breakup? We already said we think Rachel's winning, but then again, we really don't know. There's no proposal scene. Who do you think's gonna take it the hardest?
Ooh. Well, we have to remember, and I'm sure we'll see it, that scene of somebody who I think is Rachel crying on the stairs. Like, that
Mhm.
is the hardest you could take a breakup or, a misconception or something. So I feel like it's going to be her. But I mean, if he breaks up with Susie, we haven't seen anything like with Susie yet. I mean, I'm sure we'll see something else. Clayton really makes me angry. Like, I'm just sorry. That's all I have to say. This clip of him right here being like, someone's gonna get hurt. Like, maybe it's because you told every single woman that you love them. You can't love multiple women. You don't know what love is, Clayton. You can't do that. You can be in love, sure, with multiple women, I guess, but don't say, I love you to multiple women, knowing that you're gonna break up with them. He makes me so
This is
mad.
just
Like,
Yeah, this is just
oh,
like bad planning for him because like these are the consequences of his own actions. He's the one who has to deliver the news and if you're firing somebody that you work with, if you're like breaking up, like that's a tough conversation and he's the one who's going to have to make it. So he's just like digging his own grave here.
mhm.
And that's probably why he's so worried about the backlash he's going to get, because we've seen the articles. He's freaking out. He knows what's coming for him, and it's not like Bachelor Nation has been super nice to him. And I have like really started to like Clayton the last 2 weeks. Like I'm not gonna say I'm a stan, but I'm really vibing with him recently. And I just don't want him to let me down when I finally decided that I'm like ready to be his biggest supporter. So let's keep watching because it's time for the bombshell to drop. We need to watch these next 3 clips very closely, people, because they're going to be very telling. So let's play the next one.
I am in love with each of you. And I also was intimate with both of you. This is exactly what I was afraid
See, right here. Right here, I feel like says everything. We need to like re-watch all of these frames because that is Susie walking away, right? He said, I was intimate with both of you. I think Susie's going to send herself home on this date. And once she finds out that Clayton's in love with all of them. Do you guys agree?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You
Fully.
do?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Looks like a
why
bad
else would he say
situation.
I was intimate with both of you when both is two? Like, Susie might not show up to the rose ceremony, but then does Susie even get an overnight date? So maybe she doesn't end up going in the fantasy suite because she breaks up with him right here once he tells her that he's in love with all of them. And then her
I
mind's
don't think
clearly
she's
blown.
going to
What do you guys
fantasy
think?
suites, to be honest. I don't think she's going.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
only clips we've been seeing are Gabby and Rachel in the fantasy suites. We've seen nothing with Susie. This is literally the last we see of Susie in any of these clips. So I fully agree with you, Zach. I think she's gonna walk away during that nighttime portion. So yeah.
I bet
And then
maybe she gives him an ultimatum, like, you can't like sleep with anybody else, like, for sure, or else I'm gonna leave. And then he's like, well, I'm not gonna do that. So then that's when she leaves.
I mean,
Yeah.
whatever she's going, I hope she's going to the set of the next Bachelorette promo photo shoot because we do not want to see Susie get hurt, okay? Let's check out the next clip. It's just going to get more dramatic. We can see more signs. Everyone's breaking down. Let's look at it.
I shouldn't have to ask my future husband to not sleep with somebody else. I never thought he'd be in love with 3 of us. In love. I don't know what to do right now.
So now it's like Rachel knows that he's in love with 3, but then we only see shots of Gabby and Rachel with the blue background where that rose ceremony is. So
Yeah,
it's
that's what I
because
was
that's
gonna say.
Rachel. So it's kind of confusing. And you see Susie in the hotel room. Like, what is she waiting outside the fantasy suites? Like, not wanting to go in? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I
don't
think it
even know.
must be Gabby and Rachel at the rose ceremony where he tells them that, and he says both, and Susie must be gone before that.
Yeah, like Susie must have had some sort of conversation during the sit down portion of the night, being like, hey, like, I don't know if you're gonna sleep with the other girls, but I'd rather you not. And Clayton, being Clayton, was probably like, well, whatever is gonna happen, Susie. And then that she probably didn't like that answer, and she probably left because I would have done the same thing, honestly. I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
But why can't Clayton just, like, be celibate? Why can't he just make a promise to not sleep with any of them until he picks one? Like I mentioned earlier, like, I'm down to test the car before you
Because
drive
he's a
it.
straight man.
But I feel like when there's
Zach.
Exactly.
but like not every But do you think that all the other straight bachelors, I mean, there's only been straight bachelors. Do you think all the other bachelors slept with all 3 of the women? Like, we would have found this out already, Gabby. Right?
Yeah, but he vocalizes it, which is the issue, because no girl wants to hear that.
And do you think that this is paying tribute to the TikToks of Mizzou girls from Missouri who were calling him out in the beginning of the season for sleeping with everyone from his college? Is this starting to make sense? Did those girls have a point?
Yes.
I believe so. Yes.
Oh my
Stunning.
God. I love it.
The roast of Clayton
Oh my
Eckerd,
God.
ladies and
Clayton Eckerd. He's really going to break some Bachelor milestones here, and he's really thinking with his below the pants and not his head. I mean, even Pilot Pete didn't sleep with all of them. I think he couldn't because Maddie was a virgin, but even he didn't do this. So Clayton, it's going to be a lot for you. Let's watch this last clip.
It's the most shocking and emotional ending ever.
I'm so broken.
And then, it's an
Explosive women tell all. Oh my God, that's going to be really exciting. Now, Jesse Palmer said it's the most shocking ending ever. Where is the clips for the proposal? Remember?
True.
Where is that? We usually see that every season. We haven't seen a ring in any trailer or teaser. I don't think The Bachelor is ending next Tuesday because I think we'll have After the Final Rose the week after. But I'm wondering if next Tuesday, all the girls leave him because he sleeps with all of them and falls in love. And then there's something else that happens. And then we have an episode, a live the week after. Or an episode the week after. It's just weird to not see a ring or a proposal.
I think they're saving all
Go
of that
ahead.
because they've been hyping this fantasy suite like bombshell for so long. Like that's like their main thing. So I feel like they're teasing it. We're gonna finally get it, and then they can like have all this new footage of the proposal, the ring, and like all that stuff leading up to that because they know we're gonna keep watching without that, I guess. So I think they're saving that. That's just my theory. I don't know.
Gianna, don't be all
I don't
quiet. You
know.
know.
Like the wheels in my head are just turning because like now that you said that, even when past seasons have been teasing a big bombshell moment, they've always showed even like the silhouette of the couple like about to be engaged, or they show that infamous ring shot,
Uh-huh.
and we're always trying to figure out like whose fingernails are those, and we always see at least
Yes.
some, like we really do. So that's a good point that we're not seeing anything. So, oh,
Is there another promo where they do show a ring or no? I swear I saw something where it was like it was a ring because it was like a pear shape and I was like, "Ugh, not another pear shape ring. Come on, Clayton." So maybe I'm
I
making that
don't
up and
know.
I'm
I don't
crazy.
remember. I don't think we've seen any promos. Maybe in the season trailer, the original one there was, so we'll have to watch that one back. But it's like Neil Lane needs a job. So it's like he better be showing up with the ring. And Clayton better propose because our last Bachelor didn't propose. We have not had a successful Bachelor relationship since Ari, okay? Matt didn't propose. He's still with Rachel, but he didn't propose. Peter, we all know what happened. Colton
They
ended
got
up
engaged
gay.
though.
Like, we have not had one. Wait, what did you say? Oh yeah, they did get engaged. I mean, Peter had a lot of engagements. With the girls and the tell-all, I mean, that's probably going to be super epic as well. But I'm wondering, will the girls see each other after fantasy dates? Do we think they're staying in the same hotel? Are they going to talk? Like, I'm wondering if they're going to be allowed to kind of communicate and share, like, what happened, because they need to talk to each other so they know if they want to continue a relationship with him.
Yeah.
What do you guys
They have
think?
been doing that in recent seasons, forcing them to stay together and like seeing what happens with that. I think Peter's season
Yes.
and then
With
uh
Nate and Michelle and Joe, I remember that.
yeah,
mhm.
so I don't know.
Yeah. They
Probably.
did do that because on Michelle's season, I remember the guys were getting like jealous anytime one of them would come back from the fantasy
Ooh.
suite,
Yeah.
just to be like, oh, just to know that that's happening. Like, I hate thinking about it, like, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, like, I'm wondering if maybe someone's going to kiss and tell, and that's going to prompt Clayton. Cause I don't think Clayton would outwardly be like, hey, I slept with you guys. Like, I'm wondering now if one of the women is like,
No, but he
oh,
Yeah.
does do that. No, he
but,
does
but
do
what
that.
if
I was intimate with both of you.
But what
Yeah,
if
but it must have
before
been
is what I'm
prompted by
saying is
something.
what prompted the conversation. What if, because the women are staying together, let's just say, for example,
Oh.
Gabby was like, hey, I actually slept with him, he. And then Rachel was like, that's funny because I also slept with him, he. And then they confront him. And that's when he says, well, yeah, I was intimate with both of you.
Oh. Oh my God. Okay. There's a lot to think about here. I see both of your
Ah,
points. But right now, we're really trying to figure out what we think is going to go down. I kind of think that whoever goes last might be the most important, because think about it. Like, he's sleeping with one girl first. If he was in love with the girl that he picked first, like if he was like, I know it, why would he have to sleep with the other girl? I mean, I don't
Mhm.
think Susie's gonna end up sleeping with him. But it's like, do you think it matters if he sleeps with Gabby the first night, Rachel like the second night? Does that, you think, make a difference in his opinion, in his decision?
think so. Like, I really don't
I
think
mean,
so.
if the first one, like you said, was amazing and perfect, then you probably wouldn't need to. So,
But it's also like you're in
Yeah.
bed with another beautiful woman. Obviously, like we said earlier, he's thinking with the downstairs area. Like he's not going to be like, "No, I'm good.
Uh,
No, thank you."
yeah.
I mean, the fantasy suites, things happen. There's alcohol. They have condoms there. Like, they have all of the resources. I almost feel like producers maybe were egging him on, be like, go sleep with all of them. They want something dramatic. I don't think that. I want
Yeah.
to rewatch that. I'm going to rewatch that Good Morning America clip. And because that makes a lot of sense now. He's probably with somebody, but I'm just wondering if they broke up with him like while filming and then he like got back together after. Because it's like, how do you process that and get engaged with such a quick turnaround?
Yeah,
This is, I'm at a loss on this season. Period.
Okay, well,
we'll find out
I
soon,
mean,
guys. Don't worry.
yeah, one more week away, and that's everything we have to share with you guys today. So let us know what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining along our crazy theories. Leave yours below in the comments and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss out on any Bachelor, Bachelorette Nation news. As always, I am your host, Zachary Reality, joined by the lovely Gianna Gravelisi and Gabby Gonta. Our social media handles are on the screen right now, so be sure to give us a follow, come say hello, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.